the drifters.
Right, Jared.
Yeah.
What's it all about?
This is Chris Forsberg, three-time defending Formula Gym champion. Started drifting 2004 after he had his way with his family's lawnmower, and then took it to a professional level. They're not riding trains. These are professional drifters that compete door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel, primarily in the Formula Drift competition, but compete in IDC, European Drifting Championship. Vaughn Gittin Jr., he's D1 GP Championship, but it's subjective. Henry, pick up your job, bud. I mean, this is exactly what everybody wants to do in every single vehicle out here.
That's absolutely quackers. He was completely at 90 degrees.
Look, here's a replay. Check it out. And also, let it be noted, these hand-cooked tires, or their Nitto tires, the respective Achilles radials, whatever these guys are running on, these are street tires that are for the street. These are DOT approved, and that is by Formula Drift rules and regulations. So these are the very tires that you can purchase. Vaughn Gittin Jr. here, 2010 Formula Drift champion, first ever American beat the Japanese, their own game, as we know, or you might not know. Drifting derived from the mountains of Japan. It was emulated kind of on the racetrack. It wasn't the fastest way around the racetrack, but then they took it to the hill, did some toge battles, and then now it's a legitimate sport. And it's kind of, traditionalist racers scratch their head because, yeah, there's not a checkered flag, there's no clock, it's subjective. So you have judges. It's like freestyle motocross, or some people say figure skating.
Yeah.
So the tires.
Like you say, it's not the quickest way to go around the course. If you put these drivers, obviously they're incredibly talented to be doing what they're doing. Do they have the talent to drive a proper race car, or would they struggle where one of the drivers who are driving proper race cars here would absolutely have no chance of drifting?
They do. I mean, you could see that they run the razor's edge when it comes to the track, placement of the vehicle, car control. So you apply that to traditional road racing. Some fare well better than others. Vaughn Gittin Jr., he's raced sprint cars, he's raced midgets, as well as Mike Whiddett. He races in a McLaren racing class at Hampton Downs. Okay. So, and he's done really surprisingly, I don't want to say surprisingly well, but he irritated his competitors that are like, what's this dude that does drifting? Come over here. But look, we got a full smoke out here.
He's irritating those spectators down there who can no longer breathe or see.
Yeah, well, what that is a complimentary, that's a souvenir, because when you pick out your ears later with Q-tips, so you call them Q-tips here, cotton swabs.
Yeah. Yep.
When you clean out your ear, you keep that, and that was to commemorate your Goodwood 2017 experience, courtesy of this 1,100 horsepower V8 4-inch piping turbo GTR of Baggsy. And again, if you haven't seen it, Battle Drift 2 is out. And also, hey, we saw Chris Forsberg, we saw Vaughn Gittin Jr., part of the Monster Energy Ford Performance. He has his own brand called Mustang RTR. It's ready to rock. He has basically styling packages for different cars. There's an RTR here. But also, if you want a piece of history, Forsberg texted me and said, guess what? I'm selling my car. There's some other cars out here for sale, but he says, for the right price. That took him to a 2016 Formula Drift Championship. That V8, it's the highest horsepower naturally aspirated Nissan in the world, because it's 1,000 horsepower VK56 under the hood of that Z, that NOS engineering vehicle. It says, you know what, for the right price, it could stay here in England.
Amazing. Who's this?
Wow. Yeah. This is Deane Kearney. He comes from Ireland. He drives a twin-turbo Viper back in Formula Drift competition, but due to scheduling conflict, he got this vehicle to Toyota Chaser from another Formula Drift champion and legend, Daigo Saito. So he strapped this thing together. He's sponsored by Oracle Lighting, Achilles Radials.
He was just flashing his boot lid at the spectators in the grandstand.
This is what these guys do, man. I'm so proud to see these guys just put on a show, and they have smiles for miles, and that's exactly what they want to give to the fans. And Matt and Mike, look at this. Up close and personal.
Oh, did he touch them?
Oh, he tapped
that's
it.
Incredible.
Yeah, he's
absolutely amazing.
His back bumper's the horse, and it's hungry for some hay, right? Give some horsepower, some hay. And there's a really cool car. Again, James Deane, you talked about him. He is a rising star. When he came to Formula Drift 7 years ago, he piqued some interest and raised some eyebrows. But now he's back in the Formula Drift competition in the States, and he's currently leading the championship after 4 points. He's in an RB-powered, a 2JZ powered S15 that is a beast of a vehicle. And what's cool about this vehicle, Mazda RX-7. You think it's rotary, right? All the rotary heads out there that are all raising their wankles in the sky. This is an SR-powered vehicle. This is a Nissan-powered FD RX-7, and that's why I say it's kind of like Group B Rally. Run what you brung. You see these Frankenstein-type vehicles, and people just get excited about it. And like this thing, the Rad Bull. It's Deane the Rad Bull. He's had the Mad Bull, the Bad Bull, the Rumble. Well, this is the Rad Bull. He loves the movie Rad, which is about BMX. And from what I understand, Lord March was just impressed with what he did last year. Twin turbo, 4 rotors. I mean, this is an homage to, you know, that old school Le Mans vehicle that is the, what is it, the 929 or the 626B or the
787.
787. I was getting close there.
We got there eventually.
I was getting there eventually. Cheese and onions. And so 787, which is an iconic vehicle. But he is as rotang as they come. Come on, make some noise, Goodwood. This is Mad Mike Whiddett. Catch my drift is what we call it. I think you guys are catching more than the drift. You're catching some rubber in your face and seeing drifting. And this is why we're here. I'm super stoked to just be talking to you guys and hanging out. But again, Mad Mike Whiddett. You got Baggsy, you got Vaughn Gittin Jr., Chris Forsberg, Deane Kearney, and James Deane. And crazy, this is only Friday. So they have plenty more tires to burn, and there's more fuel to burn for all the vehicles.
We've seen Mad Mike actually over the course of the last few years in RX-7, RX-8. Now he's got this extreme MX-5.
Yeah, this is his 4th visit. Yeah, it looks like he's throwing some flames out there. Just a little backfire, a little excessive fuel. But did you guys watch the video yet where he took Lord March's butler around in the Rumble? Very cool video. These guys create so much content out there. And, you know, truth be told, Mad Mike put on a really cool event last year, or excuse me, 2 years ago, and then 2 years prior to that, called Drift Shifters, where it was basically navigating these drift cars like a pinball machine, and it wasn't judged. They actually had bollards and sensors and kind of obstacles that you go around and score points like a pinball bouncing around, but it was on the streets of Auckland, which was really cool.
Look at Mad Mike up in the top paddock, going absolutely berserk in that MX-5.
Now, obviously this is all a lot of fun, and we're all watching going, wow, this is cool and awesome and fun. When it actually comes down to the competition, does it become less fun? It's actually quite serious about you got to hit the marks and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it is. And these guys, you know, as we see Mad Mike come to a halt, Henry.
Let's just interrupt you, Jared. Here's On Board with Mad Mike Whiddett. Watch this, folks. If you're near a big screen, check it out. If you're joining us on the live stream, enjoy this. Just stabbing at the throttle, using the hydraulic fly-off handbrake and just twirling the wheel.
Yeah, watch him. He's using the wheel in his fingertips. He'll just dance it and just feed the wheel ever so slightly, shifting. He's clutch kicking as well to engage, and he'll literally kick in the clutch to allow it to slip, then hit, and allow the tires to grip up. He'll use that e-brake to massage the car to slide out that back end, as you saw Deane Kearney getting that back end of his chaser to touch that hay.
He barely uses his hands. His hands hardly move. You think he's going to be flapping them around, but he just lets go and grabs it again when he wants to.
Well, you can hear the car just wrapping out, and you know, 1100 horsepower. You're really looking for the grip. I mean, the sideways grip is what you're looking for, because it's a constant battle of grip and slip and where the car feels comfortable for that driver. You know, you're looking at camber, you're looking at caster, you're looking at that front poke and angle. You'll see up to, you know, 50, 55, 60 degrees of angle from those on the front wheels. I mean, you could parallel park this thing just going sideways like a Mentos commercial. But these guys, I mean, they have the development, shooting flames out of the headers. I mean, twin turbo, 4 rotor, and I mean, Mad Mike has been a great ambassador. He's created a great relationship with Lord March and the whole Goodwood Festival of Speed, and allowing some more drifters to come. So my hat's off to him. Talking to Terry Grant, I was talking to him earlier up in the Martini Drivers Lounge. He said he didn't have the right tires on it. We remember how we were kind of razzing him, and he couldn't make it around that one corner on two wheels. He said he didn't have the right tires, so hopefully he did find the right setup. He said he did change them. We'll see if it works out.
Yeah, it didn't quite work then, did it? First go over the ramp for Terry Grant. We've seen him do this in a Nissan Juke. It's all about the right speed and the right angle. He's got it up. Round of applause, ladies and gents. If Terry Grant is coming past you, he's up the avenue between the trees up to the first corner. You can see when he comes into the sunlight.
A lot more calmer than last time. We were talking about the fidget spinner on the wheel, but now it looks like he's a lot more calm, and look at that. You can
going
see
around a corner. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's a very unlikely machine to go two-wheeling in. It's very heavy.
And all that, you know, the suspension and all of that can't be designed to take that kind of weight like that. Look at that, coming around the right-hander, unreal.
And all the heat in the tyres, when it doesn't normally have them.
Yeah.
He does a set of tyres in one go, even though he's only doing 20
here we
miles
go.
an hour.
Riding shotgun, poking it out, make some noise. Goodwood, bustle speed,
wow.
Terry Grant.
That's unbelievable.
What was it, Henry? Kids, don't try this at home?
Yeah. I don't want to see any of that in the car park leaving tonight. And I certainly don't want to see any of it on the King's Road during school run on Monday.
Henry, I got a sweet MX-5 5-door. I'll throw it on 2 wheels, you get out.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Give him a round of applause as he comes past, because this is absolutely exceptional stuff from Terry Grant.
Yeah, that wasn't Terry who climbed out.
No.
That would have been good.
That was his insane passenger.
Yeah.
So big donuts. That doesn't sound like a V6 diesel to me.
Yeah, he says it's V8 turbo.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him, you know, Bernie's in a Range Rover, no big deal. There's a smoke-filled donut. Weekend at Bernie's.
That's great. Yeah, big round of applause for Terry Grant, our resident stunt expert.
Holds more than 20 Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
He taught the guys how to do the loop for Hot Wheels. He showed me a stunt on a video I can't talk about right now. He's doing some crazy things. Every time I see him, he's like, check this out, check this out, check this out. Really cool, humble dude every time I see him. He was in Ken Block's one of his Gymkhana videos in Dubai, where he put the Raptor on 2 wheels. Oh, talking about the tires, he had the wrong tires. The rims were actually hitting the asphalt last session. So he's like, yeah, this isn't going to work out.
Fantastic.